I'm back from the dead. Sorta. We're officially live, and this is Jingle Keys Part 11. This is Altia Studio, and that won't be the case for long because I will be changing the name, actually, of this channel and pretty much rebranding within the next couple days, I want to say. I did have to put it off. I'm a little bit sick right now. Not too terribly bad. I was having difficulties earlier. I had some Dayquil. We're ready to go. Like, I have all of the meds in my system. And cool stuff. I actually have a new setup, and it's so cool, and I wish I could show you, but the cords and everything like that hooked up to it, I just don't want to jostle anything and mess it up. But I got myself something really cool. It's a Wacom bamboo. Let's hear me very well. I did actually fiddle around with the audio just a bit. So there might be some, like difficulties. Maybe the music's too loud, or maybe I'm too loud. But you would have to let me know, because I don't know. I did listen back to a recording, so it helped me a little bit gauge volumes and stuff like that. But since I messed with it, I don't know. Anyways, this tablet is so cool. It's got its own display, and I can actually just draw straight on the display. It's the most amazing piece of equipment. I have a lot of really cool gadgets, but this one is just, it rocks. I was worried about it a little bit at first. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna regret spending money, so much money on this. But the last of my orders really helped fund this. The last of my Etsy orders before I had to unfortunately shut down. Also, a thing. I don't remember. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I was going to say something, but I guess it's not important, right? Okay, so anyway, trying not to cough. This is Jingle Keys. It's amazing that I can breathe through my nose right now. I'm just saying, my whole family is sick, and my husband is just starting to get better, and my daughter has been sick as a dog, but today she's doing a lot better. She, like her dad, are getting better. She's recovering faster than he did, which is surprising to me. Okay, so yeah, anyways, last session, I recall what we did was we worked on all of the little birdies. Let me just kind of hover around. Can you guys see the crosshair, or is that only if I have a mouse? Since I have a whole new configuration, everything is a little bit different, but it might not be noticeable for you, because I'm running on a second display now, and the second display, of course, like I said, is my tablet, and it's very, very cool. But I'm just so not used to this. I don't know how I'm supposed to prop this up and get this working for me. Maybe I can prop it up real nice here. Oh boy. It should be alright. I should be alright if I might have to kind of like look really far in, or maybe if I just zoom in really far, maybe that'll be a really good way to do this instead. This will take me some getting used to. Like I had mentioned, setup is totally different. So yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Okay, so a couple of things that I recall that I wanted to work on. The surrounding areas around Jingle Keys. I wanted to finish up the birds in the background. I also kind of want to add some like silhouettes of trees in the background to kind of add like a bit of a fuller look to like the forest and everything. You guys, I'm so sorry that I've been gone for so long. I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff. Just sickies and just with my shop and everything like that. Like, I mean, I know I said it a million times before, but honestly, like, the way that I'm trying to set up handling orders now is such an unconventional way to do it. And I'm going to be using like Google Forms and PayPal, which is like so weird. So I have to set up the forms, and they're pretty much mostly done for the most part. But I need to make assets for them. So I started working on the assets for like visual things, like, you know, backing colors and stuff like that. So I essentially pretty much almost already have. But it's just a whole thing. It's a whole can of worms, as they say. Alright. Man, I feel so icky, sicky. I got myself some night coffee. I guess I really have to get back into the mode, huh? Do I have an image saved for these here? Where did I have that saved? On my tablet, I suppose? On my other tablet, my Android tablet, I should say. Downloads. I don't see it, so it can't be here. Perhaps, possibly, it's actually in my phone. Oh man. Guys, if I have to like dip once in a while and randomly blow my nose, yeah, I might like, you know, I don't know, like do little break screens, because I'm so weird about people watching me blow my nose. I just don't want people to see that. It's kind of embarrassing to me. Alright, so I'm just really trying to look for these pictures. Where would I have had that? Burflocks. There's a picture that I had it. Oh my gosh. What is that? Somebody followed. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's refresh this because it's not showing up. Thank you so much. I just want to see because Twitch is not showing me. Akinhakako. Hello. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for following. I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I do kind of need to, I have to look for my reference photo here, but I could have sworn I saved it on my tablet. So, like, I had a photo last session, and, you know, I did skip a few sessions because I was taking care of my family, and my family wasn't feeling well. You know how it all goes. Oh, thank you! I'm a little zoomed in here, so maybe it would be helpful for me to do like a fit into the screen, or a full screen, fit screen sort of view. I appreciate that very much. This is meant for my brother. This is his Kenku character. And as you can probably tell and probably know, but yes, he's a Kenku, and his name is Jingle Keys, hence the strange name of the stream. He has a funny little tail feather dipped in gold, just kind of tucked away in there, because he's just silly like that. He's a very quirky dude. So, of course, he's not my idea. I can't take credit for him as a character, but I'm really happy to be able to make some art of him. And I will be working on the birds, and hopefully getting a lot more done today. That would be very cool. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here and your kind words too. It means a lot to me. I'm a little bit low energy. Just believe it or not. I know I'm talking your ear off, but tonight I'm a bit low energy just because I'm a little bit sick. Icky sicky, you know how it is. Where did I save that reference photo? I could have sworn. It's so weird. Like, maybe I saved it on a completely different device because it's not showing up like anywhere. What scenario is he in? It's very cool. Thank you. The scene is just kind of made up. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do like some kind of town or something. I don't know. That's a bit advanced. It's really not my ballpark, I guess. Not yet. I did kind of like a little building and a bit of a cobblestone sort of walkway, pathway sort of thing. And then in the background is he and his guild's ship. So you see that really big ship in the background. That is... I should just sit here on this fit screen here, just so that while I talk about it, it's there. But that big old ship, that Zeppelin, that is like their guild ship, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, he gave me the pointers on like how to draw it. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, and then I did a whole bunch of, just because it's kind of funny, my brother and I came up with the idea to come up with like a flock of like crows or ravens or something in the background that are just kind of flying. So it's funny because, you know, he's a kanku, so he's like the humanoid bird, but then there's like other birds here. Where's my reference photo? I'll be right back, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm starting to think that I maybe put it on this device. I have a million things. See, I recently got a new phone. And so my old phone here might actually be on there. I'm not really terribly sure yet. I got a new phone though. So I think maybe I just saved it on my old phone. I'm not sure. I'm speaking redundant sentences, and I hope you don't mind that I'm taking up all your time right here. I'm just a little ill prepared, just a little bit. I got this whole new setup. You know, I kind of recently started coming into the, oh my goodness, thank you so much for your kind words. I really appreciate you. To be honest, my Instagram, I haven't really been on it much. I've been neglectful, so to speak, for a while. I tend not to post a lot if I'm kind of going into like a little bit of a lull, because right now I'm kind of going into a lull right now with like Twitch and stuff like that. My Etsy shop, I had to deactivate like all of my listings. But you know what is interesting? You can actually see the way that my Etsy shop used to look using the Wayback Machine. So there's at least that, I guess. I think some of the images, some of the thumbnails are gone. I don't know. Let's go ahead and look in the... Sim is not provisioned. I know, because I don't have service on here anymore. What is all of this? No, it's not on here. I booted up this phone for no reason at all. Well, that is so lame. What is wrong with me? I'm going to have to maybe look it up again. I'm not really sure. Because I just found the perfect image just to use for like different angles, flying birds. It was just so perfect. Flock of birds, I think is what I looked up. It was so simple. It was such a simple thing. I really like to use reference photos, especially when I'm drawing something new to me. I've never drawn a flock of birds. And then when I started working on this, I was just like, I need a reference photo of some sort. I do. Flock of birds, images. I recall seeing one that was a very high contrast one, and that was the one that I really wanted to use. They were kind of all flying in like all kinds of different directions, and it really helped me kind of picture and visualize exactly what I was trying to achieve. Flock of birds. Flock of birds. Flock of... I think this is the one... It's such a simple picture. It might not be the one, but it's simple enough. This is like a flock of, like, pigeons or something? Those are definitely pigeons. I suppose it doesn't exactly matter too much. I think we're good. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this, right? Let's go ahead and start painting on these things, huh? Alright, so what kind of brush did I use? I think I set it to probably like 50 or 48%, possibly. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I hope you have a super good night. Thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. I adore you, and I hope you have good sleep then. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and start on these. This is, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a pain to set up for me. Alrighties, and I say that because I am not really entirely used to this new setup, but I think it would be a lot of fun to get used to and get to learn and get to know. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and size up our brush here, probably by quite a bit more. In fact, I don't even think I'm using the right brush right now. There's another brush that I like to use. It is quite possibly this brush. Okay, so let's do opacity. Maybe it is the brush? I feel like it's a lot smoother of a brush. It's definitely not that one. Let me go ahead and make another layer, and we're just going to kind of cycle through these brushes because I can't remember what I was using, and I guess that's what the issue is with... There it is. That's the brush. That's the one. Pretty glad about that, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and turn down that opacity because we don't really need it to be that opaque. Now let's go ahead and I guess get started on this thing, huh? I am so thankful that I've got this new tablet. It's just, the only problem is I really just have to learn it. It's gonna take some time and it's gonna take some getting used to, for sure. I kind of wanted to draw like, it's honestly, it's so much smoother. Honestly, what have I been thinking? The only problem is my computer is the slowest computer ever. It takes forever to render things out. I'll tell you what. It takes a while. I think what I did before is I sized down the brush quite a bit just to get those details in. And then I kind of just sketched it out like that. Okay. it's such a weird thing, just switching my setup, man. So tonight is like the first time I'm really honestly just using this brand new setup. So it is really going to... Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. That's what I hate about like being sick. It just sucks, man. It just sucks because I just feel like I'm gonna sneeze all the time. I don't know, it's just awful. Okay, here we go. I guess that's fine, right? It's not the most amazing thing, but hey, I'm happy to be getting this thing done, man. This thing's been sitting on the back burner for like an entire year. My poor brother, poor Brzezinski. Maybe I can really work on this a lot faster, just because I really don't... The pen pressure on this too is honestly just incredible. This is like a nice little device. I'm kind of amazed at this thing. Pretty sleek. Pretty darn sleek. That's pretty amazing. I'm a little giddy about using this thing. I might look like a dork, but I'm kind of giddy about this. It's just such a new concept to me. Like, I would have killed for like a tablet with a display. Especially starting out, man. I had a USB tablet. It was a Wacom Bamboo CTL 470. And that was my go-to. That was my tablet that I used for art and for everything, like as a mouse. And I used it for like, I want to say, how long has it been? Oh my gosh. It's 2021. I started using it, I think, 2010 or 2011? 2010. So it would have been like 11 years. Very old tablet. It's, but it served me well. It did. It served me well, and I treated it good. So this is kind of like cross section here. I want to like add a nice little tail over here. And then this thing has a lot of pressure sensitivity. Like there's so many levels. This one has like 4,000 levels or something pressure, which is so much more than the other one that I had. I think it had like maybe, I don't know. It's definitely a noticeable difference. It's definitely noticeable. hopefully I'm doing this kind of right. It all seems a little kind of weird. Perhaps? I'm not really sure. I feel like for these, since it's such a background element, I probably shouldn't like get too hung up over the birds in the sky over here. What I mean? Like, I feel like as long as I just kind of paint in kind of vaguely like the shapes and everything, that should be good. Should be alright. So here's our cross section here. And this is a wing that goes like this. Boy, my computer is awfully slow, you guys. I'm so sorry. It is such a slow computer. Okay. Let's start shaping this thing up. I think it's kind of somewhat what I'm looking for. That's definitely not. Just kind of get rid of that right there and just pretend that didn't happen. Maybe it's a little smaller. There we go. A little easier when the brush size is a bit smaller. Oops. We're gonna go ahead and there we go. Oh, that's much better. This is fun. I do like painting the birds. I think I said that last time. I don't know, the birds are just kind of fun to paint, right? Even though this is just digital painting. It's gonna be a pretty quiet night, I presume. I imagine. Hey, but now come to think of it, I think I am 5 followers away from giveaway time. Because I will have to do a giveaway, right? The only thing is, I don't know what I want to give away. Maybe a pin, a dragon pin. One of those dragon lapel pins on the screen right now. But I also have some extra things like this. I don't know how many people are here and into Pokemon, but I did make a pinback button Charizard that's a square. I don't know how well you can actually see that. Using my Charizard emblem design. Let me just kind of inch that forward toward the screen. So maybe a little bit easier to see. The green on his wing makes it probably causing the green screen to pick it up and delete that part of the wing. But you know, it's just fun little stuff like that that will make it. It'll be great. I don't know. It'll be a fun giveaway. We'll get there eventually, I think, right? We have to. Okay, now, I'll look at the big picture a little bit. Brother! How goes the stream? Thank you so much for being here! So I haven't really done too much so far. I'm just working on the birds. I was looking left and right for that reference image that I got last time. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I just kind of looked for a different one. I found a different one on the internet and I was just like, whatever. And I found it and I just kind of stopped looking at it a while back because I figure I'm fine at it anyways. It's not amazing, but right? I'm doing a little bit better as far as the sicky cold goes, or sicky whatever I got. Kinda. You know, I'm like the last, I was like the first to kind of catch a hint of the thing, and now I'm the last to really feel the effects. But it's still really light. Like, as you can tell with the meds, I'm breathing through my nose. And I am okay enough to do this. Like I'm not completely brain dead right now. But my poor daughter, my gosh, she suffered the hardest. Well, she and Shane actually suffered the hardest. Oh my gosh, Big Day Brewery! Hello! Hi everybody! I'm a little bit icky-sicky right now, so please excuse my low-key demeanor tonight. I'm not really... I'm just kind of, surviving right now. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm working on. If I can find the zoom tool. Alright, here we go. Fit screen. There we go. So far, we're still working on Jingle Keys. You're my first raid in like 2 weeks. No way! Oh my gosh, I'm so honored! Are you serious? Wow, dude, you're amazing. Ow. Oh, busy moving. Oh my gosh. I'm like kind of losing my voice here. I'm doing well. My family got the rounds with the sick. We all got sick. All of us. I got mad fatigue for like a day. And then that went away. And then like my husband got sick. And then my daughter got sick. And then I got more sick. And so, I don't know. So I'm kind of getting better. My daughter's recovering. She's getting better. And my husband, he's like he's pretty much, he looks like 100%. He doesn't seem like less than anymore. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll be getting there. We'll be getting there. I've been kind of taking it easy, honestly, just because, well, like, I was kind of pushing myself to move a little bit quicker and stuff when my shop got shut down, and there was this whole thing where, well, my shop didn't really get shut down, but most of my listings did. You know, when you dabble in fan art and fan creations, it doesn't always really get very far. It might for a while, but once you get shut down, you get shut down. You know what I'm saying? And with Etsy, they're not really very forgiving, because once you get a strike, you can't, like, do it again, or else your whole shop is gonna go down. They will take your whole shop down. And, it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna be rebranding, and it's okay, because it's kind of a direction that I really wanted to go anyways. So I've been kind of working on, like, kind of rebranding and doing some stuff, and I already had plans for a name change, like, on here and, like, cross-platform. It is gonna be a bigger project than I had imagined. I made a checklist of things to do, and it's so long. It's gonna take like a whole night. And I haven't really been able to dedicate a whole night to really anything lately. But I think that I will get back into it as soon as I feel better, which shouldn't be too long from now. I do think that that I'll be pretty much better soon. I didn't get hit as hard as the rest of my family. So I'm fortunate for that at the very least. Which direction should this bird be flying? Do we want him flying away? I kind of almost want him flying away. Like that big piece right here is his tail, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and do like... So I have this new setup too. Pretty cool stuff. I actually splurged, and with like the last of my orders, I got myself a really nice tablet. It's a Wacom One, and it's one with its own display. Man, this is a secondary monitor that I'm working on. It's so cool. But I do need to get used to it because it's like, you know, a new piece of equipment. It's something new to get used to. So it's gonna take me a little time to kind of figure it out. But this is my first time drawing on it. Like, okay, so I did some really stupid, quick sketches. But the tablet is so gosh darn cool. I really did get to play with it a little bit, but not too much. So this is kind of more or less my first time, like, seriously trying to use it. So I don't really fully know what I'm doing. Just, like, you know, just bear with me, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That's not good. Wait, no, it's going away. We're good. I think. Alrighties. I wish I could work faster. I feel so a little bit distracted and just a little bit like fuzzy brained. I can't like focus like I could before. I wonder if I like, oh man, my eyes gonna start watering. No, don't do that. So I am so glad that your move went safely. I hope it went well. I didn't realize that you moved. So how was that move? Was it strenuous? Do you really like your new place? How's that whole thing? I don't know if I really want this bird. It's such a weird angle. Like, the bird's kind of flying away. You can kind of see, like, is this tail feather right? I don't know what I'm doing today. Really, I don't. We bought our first... Ooh! it is your home that you bought. Wow, was it a good price? What really made you decide to buy the home? My husband and I are going to buy the home that we're in. We love our new home. Oh, good! Well, you should, because you bought. That's awesome! That's amazing! That is really good news. Buying your first home, man, that's so cool. We will be buying this one, but it won't be that experience where it's like the brand new home that you move into. But we do want to kind of redo everything though to get that experience. Like if we like pulled all of our stuff out, like we're moving and got a U-Haul and pretended to move, and like we deep cleaned, like painted the place and made it beautiful and then moved back in, it would almost give us that same experience, right? Like close, I guess. Would be so cool though. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wish my sick brain would work right now, and I wish my eyes would stop trying to tear up. I just gotta make art with this sick new tablet. It's so sick. I love it. This one's like kind of almost identical to the other one. Maybe I should change it up a bit. Maybe I should like... Okay, I have an idea. I'm just gonna change his angle. He's just gonna fly the other direction. It's okay. Really, it is okay. You can just fly this way instead. There. I just didn't like how it was like totally the same thing. The same bird in the same direction. Looks like I'm copying myself, you know? No variation. People notice that stuff. It doesn't look good. Honey, it sounds like you need to take it easy, maybe focus on feeling better. Is it COVID? I don't know, but I actually think that it is. And I haven't actually gotten tested, but I kind of don't really want to leave the house to get tested, and I've kind of, like, I'm not sure. Like, I thought I was feeling better, and then, like, it came back and it got worse because my daughter got really sick, and she never gets sick. There are a few reasons why I think that it's COVID. So I guess my husband's, one of his coworkers that he works in close quarters with, I think he had COVID and he was hiding it, which is not good. But he was acting very suspicious, and he was caught sick, basically. He was caught sick at work, and he acted really weird about it. And the good thing, yeah, we're self-isolating, like, we're not, you know, doing stuff. We're actually staying in the home, and my daughter and I, we pretty much have just been sticking in the home since the pandemic anyways, you know. But I got sick from my husband. He was carrying something. I started showing signs first, but I never go out because of the pandemic. I'm like playing it safe all the time. So here's the deal, basically. Like one day, just last week, I was hit with this extreme fatigue. Like, it was like nothing I ever experienced before. It was like brain fog, fatigue. I could barely even like stand. I was standing. I felt kind of dizzy all the time. I just couldn't really, I don't know. I couldn't function normally. And it was so weird to me because no matter how tired I get, I never quite get like that. So that was a very strange thing to me. So I start taking some really nice vitamin supplements. Um, those things work for me. They work wonders. It started really going away. I didn't have much other than, like I got pain in my sinuses. It was very, like sudden sharp pains just from, like too much going on. And then it would, like, make my eye started watering, like, really, really bad. And I soaked 2 whole paper towels with my eye juice. And it was so gross, and it wouldn't stop, and then I took some meds, and it finally stopped. Then I was fine. And then my husband got real sick. He got real sick, and then he like hardly ever gets sick, but he got hit hard, man. He was put down. And he's been coughing and hacking. He's just got all this. And then my daughter got so sick. I'd never seen her so sick before. She wouldn't even eat the other day until like after noon. Like she gets up in the morning, she was throwing up. She threw up on me twice. This was actually like when she first had gotten sick. It was really bad. It really put her down. And then because of all of the kid fluids all over me, like all the sick fluids, I got more sick after that. So, I'm battling that now. And it's just, we're quarantining though. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. We're playing it safe. I hate it. I hate the whole thing. There are COVID tests you can take at home, but they cost like $20, and like, I didn't know. Like, it was kind of a sudden thing, and I'm not really sure if it picks up, like, antibodies, and I'm worried that it's gonna get here after we're better, and I'm not sure if that's what I should be doing, or if I should, like, afterwards wait and then go get tested for antibodies. Because I think that it's probably better that way, because they draw your blood, I think. I'm not sure. This is just what I looked up. But yeah, for now, I just don't really want to risk going out and like, giving other people COVID, because why would I, I kind of almost want to take this dude right here. Let's take this little bird. We'll take this guy right here that we just got. Move him somewhere. Or move him somewhere else. Because we can. Not really sure. Maybe like right there or something? Good? I think that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and set this at 30. I kind of want to see how it looks like that. That seems a little bit out of place. Something about that just doesn't seem like it's right. Maybe it is better that we get the full view. Maybe I should just kind of throw him over here, right? Off to the side. Just brush him aside, right? Alright, I think that's probably good right there. Man, I kind of like that right there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, so I had that extreme fatigue, and then like, it just went away, and then it was sinuses, and it was acting kind of funky because it would like go away and come back and go away and come back. And then I got a bit of a sore throat the second time that it actually kind of got to me. And then what? Let me just zoom in here real quick. I still have the brain fog, but I think that's just from normal, like that's a normal sick thing. 50% or 100%, about 100. So yeah, it's just, and then, of course, I didn't get it as hard as my husband or my daughter. I actually got really lucky. I take these supplements that are like zinc. I'm drawing blanks here. It's zinc and some other stuff. And it's by Nature's Bounty. And they make like these really nice supplement pills. If you take those before you get sick, they curb everything, man. They like lessen the blow. They make me feel alright. Oh yeah, the high fevers, man. The fevers were so bad. My daughter, I couldn't get her to hold still to take the test, but she was like, she looked like she was just, and she felt like she was burning up. And my husband, he had a really high fever of like, I think 103. I don't know, it was bad. And then I made him take medicine because he's so funny. He won't take medicine for some reason. Until I kind of like encourage him over and over and over and tell him, you gotta take medicine. You gotta do something about that. So here I am taking care of everybody, you know, like taking care of my daughter, taking care of him, exposed to the icky sickies. Yeah, what are you gonna do though? I mean, really, once it's brought home, it's like everybody just has it. I didn't know, but I really think that it's COVID. So I guess we'll be able to tell in a bit, huh? Once everybody's okay and we're not like super spreaders or anything, because I'm not gonna be a super spreader. I added a few new songs to my playlist. Not this one, but I literally only added like 3. It seems like 3, it was more like 8. But I think it only played like 3 of the new ones so far. So tonight I've got coffee again. Coffee chalky milk combo. My fave. And this mug is the dumbest thing ever. Okay, so I like designed this mug ages ago. I'm talking like, I want to say like 4, maybe 5 years ago. I think 4 years ago, I designed this mug. And I wanted to use basically a commission piece. Somebody had commissioned or requested something for a commission without paying me first, which I have learned my lesson. Hey there, I'm heading to bed in a minute. I want to jump on and say how great it's looking. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Pink Smoko. You're amazing. Well, I hope you have a super good night, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you, Dana. You're awesome. So I was gonna say about this mug, this stupid little mug. So this was a commission that was unpaid. Oh my gosh. I have to work hella early. I have to head off. Sending great vibes your way. Please, please, please feel better. Lots of love. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. PK Brewery, you're amazing. And I really appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for coming and tuning in with PK Brewery. You guys are all awesome, and I hope you have a super good night. I think I'm gonna continue on with the story for anybody tuning in. So, this awful mug. I came up with the design for the mug. The mug was actually supposed to have the design like fully on it. I'm not really sure how much you can actually see here. In fact, maybe if I turn off the lights, you might be able to see a little bit better. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is like this little python. He's like a ball python right here. If I lift it up a little higher, maybe. And he's wearing glasses. And then stretched along the bottom is a pi. It's like the entire number for pi. If I can just like inch that back into the view. It spans all the way across. And it looks a lot cooler on camera. It actually looks atrocious in person. I added this really ugly background, and I honestly thought it would look good because I thought it would take up the whole mug. I worked with a print company that I usually work with for my lanyards, and they usually do a fantastic job. That time, I would say that they didn't really do the best job ever, which is unfortunate because I did spend quite a bit of money on a dozen of those mugs, and not a single one of them sold. And this was me trying to redeem myself on a commission that unfortunately the person did not want to pay me for. So I finished the artwork. They didn't want to pay me. I didn't send them the full version because they didn't want to pay me. So I just tried to repurpose it, and that did not go well. And the reason I say that too is not just that the print was not pretty. There were a few other things too, like three of the mugs were cracked or broken. It's not something I could send off to a new home. Like, you really can't just send something like that off. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that, dude. So I kept them for myself, and we have like a ton of these stupid mugs now. They're all the same. But the cool thing is eventually that artwork did get redeemed. Because last year, a really cool Python developer, like a software developer, I would say he's probably a software engineer. He made a Python bot for Twitter, and he actually came across the artwork on like DeviantArt, and he was trying to get a hold of me so that he could use the artwork and get a license for it. So he actually paid me for me to license out the artwork. So ultimately, somebody fell in love with it, somebody wanted to use it, and somebody actually paid for it to use it for their brand logo. And that meant so much to me because it felt like such a deep cut when I had spent all that time on that commission for the Python with the glasses, that nerdy little Python. And I thought it looked good. I thought it looked great, in fact, for me, you know, like, especially during that period of time when I felt like I just couldn't do anything. It was just like, it was such a slap in the face when, like, you know, and this person, it wasn't just anybody, it was a friend of mine that did that. Well, I want to say a friend's, but, you know, who does that to their friends, right? I don't know. Don't commission artists and tell them what to make and expect them to have something done by a deadline. Like, if they're your friend, you know, even if they're your friend, don't say I'm going to pay you and then not pay them, because they are trusting you so much as a friend to honor that. To pay them when they are finished with the work. If they're doing the work for you and they get that done before any form of payment, you are getting special treatment, because artists don't do that because they know that people screw them over. And if you're a friend and you screw them over, well, then you're not a good friend. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. It's just the truth. It's just, you know, you can always, like, come back to it later or like, apologize for it. And, you know, honestly, some artists, too, will, like, also kind of flake out on things. But I'll tell you, once you pay an artist, for the most part, actually, I can't speak for all artists. Don't take what I say with a grain of salt. But once you pay somebody, it's like lighting a little fire under their ass, and they need to get something done because you have handed them money. So now they have a job to fulfill. If you ask for something and you don't pay them yet and they're not getting it done, don't blame them because you haven't paid them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like payment really has to come first. I definitely do things through PayPal so that you have things covered. Like, if they don't keep their end of the bargain, you can always do disputes with PayPal. I don't know, that's just the way that I see it. Everybody's got their own methods and everything like that. It's such a bummer to be taken advantage of in that way. Like, as an artist, we're just doing art for people. It's like, you know, we're trying to make a living doing what we do. And even if like somebody is just kind of doing like free work, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a return for it. Whether it's, you know, like for this, for instance, this is something that I actually offered to do for my brother for free, which I never do, okay, for anybody. But he's gonna go off and he's gonna be like telling his friends who he played D&D with and everything like that, and that's kind of cool to me. And this is something I've chosen to do. And it's just like, I don't know. It's I guess there's just so much to be said there about like the way that people treat these types of things. Not with the most respect sometimes. I mean, it's just kind of sad. Really. It's only 12 a.m. Would you look at that? I've been like kind of screwing off here just chit-chatting, huh? Alright, every single one of these birds is painted individually. I know somebody is gonna probably say, hey, why don't you copy and paste some of those birds? But no, I am not doing that. I choose not to. Because I don't really have a reason. I just don't really want to. I have done some shortcuts in this artwork though. Look at the bricks. I've definitely done some shortcuts. Alright. I am feeling so icky-sicky, implying it'll be free. This is free. You're not paying me for this, just so you know. Yeah. It's, sorry I keep, like, wiping my nose, you guys. There's nothing there. It's just itchy. I just want to say, again, how much I appreciate you and how much you care about this project. Oh, thank you! I really care about the project because it's such a fun, like, idea. And I wanted to be a part of it. What am I doing? I'm, like, opening things over here. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to, like, zoom in more or something. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't need to zoom in more, actually. But I'm really happy to work on the project. I really am. It's a lot of fun. And I also put it on the back burner for a really long time, and I got excited about it, like, ages ago, but, like, I didn't end up finishing it because I let my shop get in the way of all those things, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't really, I guess, like put it in the forefront of my projects, and I just kind of let it like go stale, and that kind of sucks, you know. Like, I didn't feel very good about that. Of course I wanted to work on it and everything like that too. Like, there were a lot of times where I felt so guilty because it's like I wanted to work on this project and I told you I would, and then it's like I put it on the back burner. And it's like, you never know how long things are going to be on the back burner on my project. I mean, for crying out loud, that first dragon painting was a sketch for 4 years. Like, you never know what's going to happen here. I mean, honestly. Unless I'm like, this sounds so shallow. But like, once I'm actually like paid for something though, I gotta tell you, and I'm not telling you to pay, this is something I offered for free. When somebody pays for something for me, I like have to fulfill. Like I put it at the forefront of everything because now I have a legal obligation. Now it feels so much more serious. Like I have to get it done. I have to set a deadline. I have to. It feels like now I have a not just a reputation to hold, but now I'm holding somebody's money and it just becomes that much more serious. Like I have to make sure that the customer is happy. And so it's, I don't know, it's like a customer service thing, I guess. I don't know. It's the mentality of customer service. But that's just the way that I feel. And it's obviously, I wanted to do this for you for free. But the mentality that I have is just so weird. And it's like, I'm not saying that I wanted you to pay me, because I don't. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I'm trying to make this a passion project for me. I'm into the idea. I like it. And I want to be a part of this. And I think that it's fun. And it's just that mindset, you know? Like it's not indicative of whether it will get done, and it's not like indicative of like how quick. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's just this whole money thing, I guess. It's just like the legal obligation, and it's just the kind of almost like fear of you know, not withholding my promise or my obligation with somebody else's stuff. It's like I'm holding on to or borrowing someone else's thing, if that makes sense. Like, now I have somebody's money, right? That means I have something of theirs, and I have to repay them, or else it's not legal. Like, or else it is theft. Hopefully that clears up and makes a little bit more sense. But I try to do my best no matter what, and have passion even in like paid projects and stuff like that. I try not to take anything too that I can't actually get excited about. Like I can't take commissions for things that I'm just not going to be into. For a few times, I love my husband, but I feel like he also kind of sort of doesn't really understand that too. Like, he has volunteered me for art projects for other people. Like, I'm going to do a commission for them. And like, I appreciate that he sees that in me, that he thinks that I can tackle projects that are like whatever, you know, like whatever he volunteers me for. But a lot of times it'll be for things that I just can't do, or I just won't have any passion, not a shred of passion for. It's hard for me. I feel like I should just say something about that. It's happened like a couple of times now where it's just like I have to shut it down. I have to go like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna name any names or anything, but I know there are a few things that's like, you know, you might have an art friend or something, but like if you volunteer them for a project that they didn't really say okay to, even if there's money involved, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of not really that respectful, I think. And the people doing that don't know. So, but it's just kind of a weird position to be put in, especially when you're thrown in on the spotlight, like, oh yeah, this person can do this for you, and this is how much they'll probably charge, and I'm just like, what? Like, if it's a listing or something and you pointed them to a listing, that's cool. you should totally do that. Like if you're promoting your friend, like if you're like, okay, so you go to Altia Studio Shop and like this is the listing and it's like you're promoting your art friend or whatever. That's awesome. When you're volunteering them for an art project, especially if they don't really care for the subject. Like, you want me to draw like a superhero or something? Maybe. It's not really my forte. You want me to draw like, you know, a Roman goddess? No. I mean, like, that's a great idea, but I'm not your artist. Maybe I can point you in the direction of other artists that's their body of work. But it's just not my thing, you know? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, you don't throw people in the spotlight. It's just an odd thing, that's all. And volunteering people to do stuff. It's just, I could go on a tangent all day about it, and I pretty much already have, huh? But it's just, you know, it's not a good feeling. I love drawing these birds. Something about it, man. It's just so peaceful. I'm gonna be sad when I finish up these birds. Because then the birds will be all done. This bird looks like an airplane. You see him? Straight up looks like an airplane. Or just an X or something. Kinda need to sharpen that a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit. Probably sharpen up the wings a little bit more. Once again, just kind of do that. This is so cool, man. Like, drawing on the display is definitely the way to go. Like, I have been living like a caveman when it comes to the art equipment, the digital art equipment area. I kind of like how he's just like a bird humanoid, and then there's all these little birds just flying everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny. So that's kind of gonna just be like a really blurry thing. Alright, so now I think we should work on the background trees and foliage. So we have trees kind of at the forefront a little bit in the background, the forefront of the background. It doesn't make any sense. But you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Let's go 30%. Okay, there we go. So we have all of our birds. They're flying everywhere and they're chaotic, just like my house. That's kind of how my house looks because we have birds that fly everywhere. 2 birds, not that many. I don't know how many I just drew, but we only have 2 birds. But it sure seems like it's a whole flock, man. They make a commotion. They are so much fun, though. I was kind of thinking about, like, making, like, GIFs or something of, like, Brewster with his eye pinning, you know? And maybe, like, making that, like, a point thing. Guys, save up all your points, because I still have yet to add, like, point stuff. And I am going to eventually, but, like, if you save up all your points, you'll be able to, like, spam some really funny stuff. You know what I mean? Because I have so much yet to add. Like, there's still so much more that I want to make. Alright, let's make these trees that I'm talking so much about. Alright, so let's like that sky background. Okay, so like right here. There we go. Tree layer 1. But it won't be the actual first layer. So I was kind of thinking like over here, like in the background, I could probably add some like trees out in the distance there. So let's go ahead and paint some of those in. 100%. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and I suppose we'll just grab one of these colors here. It's not gonna be anything too wild or crazy. Yeah, something like that, I think. Alright, tree layer 1. Oh, oof. So I kind of definitely want to use a different brush. This one? That one's okay, I think. Control Z opacity. We'll crank that up a little bit. Control Alt Z. Okay, and then we're gonna lower the size on this. Okay. Size that down. There we go. Okay, very good. Oh man, that's way too much. Alright. Come on! You can control Alt Z Z Z Z Z Z Z. Come on! Undo! Alright. Let's get like a nice light color up here. Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, that's a little bit easier to track. Okay. How about we'll crank that opacity up. We're also gonna kind of make the brush size a bit larger. I kind of almost want to move this back. Oh. So I literally put these on the same ass layer. Alright, here we go. That's okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Blending mode, we're gonna do multiply so that, yes, perfect. Alright, edit, undo. That's perfect. Okay, multiply. I'm just gonna go ahead and multiply layer. How you liking the Kirby music? You guys remember this? Does anybody remember this? Computer animated emote of Brewster pinning his eyes up close. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. I don't think I can do animated emotes, but I can do emotes, and I do still have extra slots, so I mean, I'm not really sure how to do animated emotes. I can make GIFs, but Twitch doesn't really like have, they might have that function for maybe like not affiliates, but like partners, perhaps. I think there's a possibility that they do that. I'm not really sure how that works, honestly. But I would like to do that. When is my computer gonna work? So slow, my gosh, it's so slow. Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. You guys, I gotta blow my nose really quick. I gotta be the icky sicky person. I'll be right back, okay? I have a timer, but I'm sure I'll be back before the timer, to be completely honest. Alright. I shall see you in just a I'm back already. I didn't keep you guys waiting for long, just as I promised. I just downed a whole bunch of coffee though, for better or worse. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, or not. It probably wasn't really the brightest of all ideas that I've had, considering I probably should sleep like a normal person eventually, but, sleep is for the weak. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I really should be getting sleep. Eventually. Pewster! Pewster! Brewster, alright, my bird. He's talking about my bird. I have an Indian ringneck. He's a green bird, and he's hilarious, and he's got, like, crazy eyes, and they pin, like, I don't know if anybody here has seen Indian ringnecks, but they are such characters. They have so much personality. And, they're, like, so weird. Like, they're one of the few birds that has, like, the ability to pin their eyes. So, like, their little pupils shrink down. They, like, get all big and then they shrink down, like, on command, or, like, when they feel a lot of emotion. And they just make these funny, like, faces all the time. They, like, look at things and their eyes just, you know, their pupils just shrink down and they just look so goofy. So yeah, my Indian ringneck, he does that, and I caught it on camera one of the times. I actually have a really nice video of him, like, pinning his eyes and being, like, really silly. He's so comical. He's just such a little clown. A little flying clown, you know. Yesterday, he had a moment where he was knocking everything down like a cat. He knocked everything down from my table. Such a goofy bird. I adore him. He's so funny. Pewster. So, I should probably also, like, explain why we're saying Pewster. Okay, so, he in particular, that's weird. My pressure sensitivity just kind of went out for a second there. He in particular, he makes these sounds. He was making sounds before that kind of, like, go like this really loud, like, screech that kind of almost sounds like laser beams. And so, of course, like, joking, of course, I say of course like people do this, and it's not. So of course, I'm just like, pew pew back at him, you know, like I'm, like, saying pew at him, like, making fake laser noise, but saying the word pew. Like, you know, laser sounds. And so he started doing this thing where he started actually saying pew pew, like a person say, like imitating him, like how I was imitating him, but he imitated me better than I imitated him. So he sounded like a person saying pew pew at me. And he does that now. He does, he says pew, pew pew, and then he also makes the laser sounds. And then he also, his favorite phrase, he says it like 1,000 times a day, I swear. He says, "How are you?" Over and over. And it's so cute. I love being asked, "How are you?" by a bird. It's probably the best, it's probably a highlight of my day. It's, you know, one of the reasons I get up in the morning is to be asked, "How are you?" by a green bird, you know? One of life's joys. He also says good morning. He also says Pecco. He calls my other bird by name, Pecco. Which is short for Kurapeko, by the way. So like Kurapeko, the monster and the Monster Hunter games. Speaking of Monster Hunter, I haven't gotten far in Monster Hunter Rise. I wanted to say Generations, but that was the old one. Rise. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh my god. Just hold it in, you know, like hope it goes away. Cross my fingers and hope that it goes away. Oh no. Alright, so I'm drawing in just some nice little trees. Some happy little trees. I'm having a good time. A jolly good time. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? Here I goes. Are you ready? Here I go. That's a quote from my daughter. Are you ready? Here I go. She's so cute. My 3-year-old, since she was like 2, she has always done this thing where like she would go, "Are you ready? Here I go." Like just all mashed together. It's just the cutest thing. Oh my god. I can't stop saying it too. Like I always say it now. I can't. It's just too precious to me, you know? Like it's just something that stays with me now. I'm never letting that go, you know? She'll never hear the end of it. She'll be like 16, I'll be like, "Are you ready? Here I go." And she'll be like, "Mom, stop it." You know what I mean? Embarrassing, Mom. So if you haven't gathered, I did add some Crystal Shards music. We need to kind of like do something with the... Oh, why does it do that, man? My... You see how it does that? Like, you probably don't. It goes too fast. Like, the pressure sensitivity just kind of disappears. I think that's just my computer being really slow and just not rendering things properly. Alright. We're gonna do this now. Size 30%? Okay, so that's kind of a little bit better to see because that kind of fills in that gap a little bit. There's still more to do, and there's a bit of a gradient that I kind of want to add. I feel like that would look really nice. Alrighties. Now, of course, I want to add some more foliage up here as well. It's just cutting out, man. It just says, nope, I'm not doing pressure right now because I have too many things on my plate right now. I don't understand what pressure sensitivity is. You're doing too many brush strokes, and so I'm just gonna kind of cop out on you. That's exactly what it says. That's exactly what my computer is telling me. Word for word. Color harder! Well, at least I get to draw on my cool new gadget and jamming out to music, man. I really like this track. I really like the whole Pokemon Coliseum soundtrack. It's really good. It's truly a work of perfection. Oh, come on. Stupid pressure sensitivity. It just says, like, nope, like every other brush stroke. So bad. That's fine. I can still do stuff with this. It's fine. Not a huge deal. That Tsukasa Tawada, super cool composer, man. He's like so awesome. He does this soundtrack, and he does, what else does he do? He also does, Gale of Darkness. He does, Pokemon Battle Revolution. He does Pokemon Shuffle, the soundtrack for Pokemon Shuffle, that mobile game. And while the tracks are really short, they still kind of have like that jazzy element to them. He's a really good composer. Oh my god, so underrated. Like, why isn't he making music for more games? Why can't he make the music for the mainline games? We wouldn't have such terrible music in Sword and Shield if he made the music, right? Okay, that's gonna offend some people, but just, you know, straight up, that's how I feel. Are you ready? Here it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom back in. We're gonna do 100%. Alright. Let's kind of lower the opacity on this. We're just gonna kind of gradient this in. We're just gonna kind of... And then maybe I can use like the smudge tool, just a bit, kind of blend this, blend it all nice and pretty. Loading. I don't remember who did the music for Mystery Dungeon games, but the first two unironically have some of the most memorable and emotional tracks I've heard in any games. Yes, they have really, really good music. I don't know who the composer is, but fantastic composer, I agree. It would be great if like they just like hired on people like that for the mainline games, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, I don't know, I just thought that I just think that the main games, the music usually is just kind of not that good. At least like, this is gonna bother some people, but like starting 4th generation, it started kind of like getting kind of bad. The music, like, I don't know, like, it wasn't the most amazing to begin with, but like, 4th generation was probably, there were some tracks in that actually that I did really like. Yeah, like, it was very hit or miss, but it was like mostly miss. Like I would say like 90% miss. 10% awesome jam and track. There's like one of those islands, like post game, that you could go to, and at night, it's like soundtrack at night sounded amazing and like really catchy. But it was like just that one track, I was just like, why is this one so catchy? And the other ones are just kind of, not that good. I know it's all a matter of preference, and everything is all just, you know, everything is a matter of opinion and preference, but that's just how I feel, man. That's just how I feel about it. Okay, there's that part of the foliage. What about that? Oh, God. Feels so icky sickies. Where's the white? Oh, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Actually, above this is where I'm really gonna start. Alright, I'm really gonna start kind of painting over this here. Alright, we're gonna up the opacity on that actually. Just kind of like this. All of my crazy sounds. So like whenever I make that like crazy sound like that, you know, like while I'm drawing and I'm just totally like out of it and I'm just in the mode, it reminds me of that episode of South Park where like where they've got like that ghost whisperer guy, I can't remember his name, and like all the psychics that come together and they make the sounds and like and they like make all the sounds and then they make all the poses and it's just the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. Every time I make the sounds when I'm drawing, it just reminds me of that episode of South Park with the with the psychic battles. Oh my god. I want to watch that again. I'm actually missing a whole bunch of episodes I haven't seen in ages. It's so funny. I can't handle how like hilarious it is. It's just so funny. I can't turn you out. Right? It's freaking hilarious, dude. I just I haven't really watched much South Park. It's been ages, man. It's been ages. Truly. I'm gonna kind of sweep across this a little bit so that we're getting a little bit of yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I kind of like the way that that looks blended together. Alright, we're going to do another layer on top of that. Get ourselves a nice light color, possibly. Size that down just a bit. Probably quite a bit more, actually. Opacity, lower that. I don't want it that low. Yeah. I have a bad knee, you guys. I'm not even 30 yet, but I have a bad knee. It was like a couple years ago. when I like messed up my ankle on my opposite leg. I messed up my right ankle on my left leg. I put a lot of strain on it just to get around and to get down on the floor to care for my daughter. I would get off my crutches and I slammed down on my knee just to like kind of lessen the blow so I couldn't like fall and just hit the floor, you know. But getting down wasn't very graceful. To like care for my daughter, to pick her up, or like to, because I still had to like get down on the floor, like take care of her diapers and change her and all of that. It was so hard to do. But yeah, in doing all of that, I just really screwed up my knee because I kept slamming down on it just to kind of get down, you know, to kind of. So as you can hear, I added a few tracks to the playlist. Chemical Plant, I think what it is. This is like one of the original Sonic games. I like this one. It takes me back to when we played multiplayer and got our asses handed to us. Gaming Love Robin! Oh my gosh, hello! You're here! There she is! So, let me show you what I got so far. I haven't gotten super far or anything like that. But I'll go ahead and show you. Here's where we're at. I guess I should go maybe like... I could do like a fit and view. Maybe like a 40. Let's go 30%. Or 33, I think. No, it's not quite. That doesn't quite fit it in the view. Let's just do 30. Alright. Here's what we have so far. We're still working on it. So I've added a little bit more in the background. Got some more trees and things in the background. I got all those little birdies colored in. And that's one session. I mean, I am still quite a bit behind considering... especially since I'm just so distractible. I'm a little bit kind of right now. But welcome. Thank you for being here. The bushes are new. Yeah, those ones are from last session, I think. It was before I started working on the birds. So... But I am working on getting the highlights just right. So, they might look a little bit different, look a little bit new. And I do kind of want to add a little bit more texture and a little bit more detail to them. So that'll be good. We're almost done with this thing though. We're getting real close. Hopefully Colby thinks that it's nice. I do hope that he thinks that it's nice. So that's what matters. Now let's zoom in. Zoom in. Yeah. I get these moments where I feel like I'm getting all better. Oh, I was just about to talk about it. There. I have these moments where I feel like I'm starting to get better, but then it gets really bad again. But I'm on day 12 right now. Doing good. I did have to take a moment to blow my nose for like a break, but that really wasn't bad considering. And I'm really not that sick compared to how Shane was. And compared to how poor little Robin was, she was so messed up from it. She got really sick. She's doing a lot better now though. Like the first couple days where it hit her, she didn't want to eat for the first day. She didn't eat for half the day. And I tried to coax her into eating and everything like that, and eventually I just made a big platter of all of her favorite foods, and I just set it out waiting for her to finally eat, and she finally did. I was so relieved. I was like, you need to eat. Especially since I was giving her the medicine. I know. She's getting back to playing. She doesn't need medicine all the time anymore. I'm still giving her medicine. Like, I gave her some today. But I only gave her, like, 2 doses. Like, I mix up a little bit of baby cough syrup and a little bit of Tylenol or Advil. And then the first couple days where it hit her really, really hard, she needed to double up on the Advil and the Tylenol. And she needed the cough syrup. She needed all those things because her fever was so bad. Like, she was so messed up, and the only way I could get her to at least come back to reality and just kind of wake up enough was to give her all of that medicine. It was just crazy, dude. Like, I had never seen her down so hard. I know. And oh my gosh, there was a moment that it scared me so bad. I was sitting with her and she was just, the first day where it hit her really bad, she was like fading in and out of reality. My God. Like, she was laying there, she was sleeping and stuff, but she was just so hot and she was just like, so out of it. And she like opened her eyes and she couldn't like focus or gaze on anything. And then she would just kind of like, lay there. And I could like hear her heart thumping. It was scary, dude. Like, I was panicking, but I got her to take some medicine and she just kind of started like coming alive after that. God, it scared me so bad. She was like turning like purple in the face. She didn't look the same. She did not look the same. She looked so messed up. But I was scared, man. Like, I was like keeping a close eye on her and I was just laying there watching her. And I was like just any minute ready to go run over to Shane and say we gotta take her to the emergency room because I was on guard. I was scared. Like, I was like not sure what direction it was gonna go. But she eventually recovered, thank God. But I've been watching her constantly because I'm so scared. She'd never been that sick before. She's a fighter though. She like has this crazy awesome immune system that like is better than all of ours. I don't understand. But yeah, she's awesome, and she doesn't have any issues with any kind of sickness. She gets like she's just like so good at not getting sick. I don't know, man, but she got real sick this time. It's just I don't know. I was scared. I was legitimately worried. But she's doing so much better. I don't have to worry about that so much anymore until she's like fully better, which she's pretty much almost there. Like, she's making a really fast recovery, actually. It was all those monkeys. Yeah. All of her crazy immune system, man. She's got such an immune system. I'm a little bit jelly. I'm a little jelly toast. Oh man, but she's like so healthy and everything, and it's just like it freaked me out to see her like that, But I knew that it was inevitable, like that I was gonna get like a little bit more sick again, like the second wave was gonna come, because I gotta tell you, I caught so many fluids from that girl. She was not doing good at all, dude. She was like, all of everything was just fountaining, right? And she threw up on me twice. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch it. Like, what are you gonna do, right? Wiping her nose all the time. I was like in her face. She had her smeared hand on my face, right? And so I was just like, at that moment I was just like, yeah, it's inevitable, whatever. What are you gonna do now? You know, at first I was trying to be all careful about it, you know, and then you know, stuff happens. She's 3. What are you gonna do? You're caring for a little child who's sick. Honestly, you can't really expect to be completely okay with all the grabby hands and the fountain face and everything. I'm sure everybody likes to have the visuals and everything. I'm sure the visuals are nice for you guys. I'm just kidding. Please don't kill me. Oh man. Yeah, so eventually we'll all get better. And then maybe I can go get like an antibody test or something and just go see if I like actually had COVID. Because I'm sure we probably did that time. Just all the other times I didn't think, like, because we had gotten sick. Kind of. Like Shane and I collectively, we had gotten sick before. And like the symptoms didn't really match COVID as much as this. And I feel like this time around it's actually like probably COVID. I don't know that for sure. I'm just speculating. Because we don't have the tests or anything. I noticed she was sneezing more often than usual when she was with me. Yeah. She had been sneezing for a while now, I think, honestly, since the blooms of allergies and stuff like that. Not really sure. She didn't seem really too much different. I think she just has bad allergies, like me. Cause she's gonna go back to sneezing when she's better, I'm sure. Yeah, but she had been sneezing. I do recall. She'll just... Yeah, she has been sneezing since, I think, like, pretty much since, like, the start of spring and since, like, the blooms and everything like that. She'd been sneezing, like, a few times a day. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. We all just got hit really fast at once. It was pretty whack. It could have been that. I'm not really sure. When she gets better, I guess I can kind of monitor and see. But I feel like she's been kind of sneezy for a while. We're listening to this again, I guess. Oh no, but speaking of sneezing, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Again, this is the second time. And I'm going to have to pause the stream. Once again, we're gonna have to do another quick break. I'll be back before the timer. She does have bad allergies because she gets that from me, I think. Alright, I'll be right back. Hold on, I need this. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back already. Um, and I took another dose of Dayquil. I am due for it. Like as of pretty much right now. But I found this because this morning I was so worried about her and constantly worried about my daughter, like, you know. Since she's been sick, I've been worrying about her when she goes to sleep. I'm like making sure she wakes up. Yeah, it's Little Root. Yay! I also put the weird beta Little Root track somewhere in the mix here, so it might trick you once in a while. But I made this little plate and I slid it under her door with her breakfast bar. And it says, I love you, Robin. Mama, water sippy out the door. And then I got a little Pikachu on there with the door. So I kind of slid that under with her breakfast bar on it. And I just, like, I don't know, I was worried about her, and I know that she can read. She can actually read and understand and comprehend things that are, like, simple words that she knows what they are, like, she can read them. And she understood it, you know, she took her breakfast bar off of there, and she came looking for me, you know. So cute. One of the times she was really mad at me, I think like a week ago or so, and she was just throwing a little tantrum. And she's so smart. She was throwing a little tantrum. She was upset at me over something. I don't even remember, God knows what. And she was just so adamant about it, and she was just so mad at me. And so I had to send her to a room because she was in full tantrum mode. And then, like later when she was kind of like calming down a little bit, but also just really saddened, I could hear her and everything, I slid a note under her door, and it said, I wrote, happy hug, like question mark, and then signed Mama. And then, I can't remember, I think that was pretty much, or I love you, happy hug. And then she came out and she, like, I was, like, spying underneath the door after I put it in there. I kind of jostled her around. She comes over and she picks it up. I see her little hands grab the note and she, like, looks at it for a minute. She's, like, reading it. And then she opens the door and comes out and gives me a great big hug. I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, I know she knows how to read. And she knows, you know, like, she can read little things and understand what they say. And, like, it's really cool. It's really cool to see her develop, you know, like, just grow more and more, you know. Adorable, right? She's just so cute. She gave me a great big hug and was ready to make nice with me again, which was good because I was getting tired of her being mad at me. I don't remember what I did. I just did something to totally set her off, and she was just like so not having it. I don't remember what it was though. It was just, I thought it was such a silly thing, you know. To her, it was like, you know, a big deal, obviously, at that time. She was pretty tired and everything like that, but I don't know. I just, I wanted her to be nice with me, you know, like, I don't know. She was pretty upsetty. This might be a little hard to see with all my little advertisement in the way, which I probably should have gotten rid of because my store is still not up yet. Like, I had taken that down a bit ago. Because, well, I hadn't taken it down, but, like, I put it in vacation mode, my shop. Because my listings all got deactivated, and I went in and I just deleted them, you know? I figured I'm just not gonna bother. I'm not gonna get another strike on Etsy. And that's how we're gonna do things. I'm just gonna rebrand and everything's gonna be alright. McQuacken! Oh my gosh. Hello, hello! You're here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm like off and on, like super sick and weird. I just took some Dayquil though, even though it's nighttime. I was debating NyQuil, but I also didn't want to feel groggy in the morning, which usually does that to me, so I figured just kind of... Man, this music is just too much for me right now. I'm changing it, you guys. Don't mind me. Oh my gosh. Next track. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. It's McQuacken. How are you doing this evening? Wonderful, lovely McQuacken. How is life treating you today? Hopefully it's treating you well today. Gonna try to make these bushes look a little bit more convincing. I don't know. They don't need to be like super eye-catching or super pretty or anything like that, but do something, you know? Wow, my poor computer can't keep up with anything. It's so sad. Okay, it's a blah day, feel sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody's getting sick, huh? It's the COVID. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. No, not right now. I was in the flow state. I was getting into drawing. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I don't want to sneeze. I just don't want to. Just stop being gross for just 1 second, stupid face. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're under control. I'm sorry, I just had a moment there, you know, like... God, I just feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Sneeze up like a whole bunch of just disgusting. I'm not subjecting you guys to anything really gross, so if I think like I need to blow my nose and stuff like that, I'm like, you know, putting it on the we're on break screen because I can't I can't, like, you know, subject you guys to that. Oh no. Oh, not at all. Oh no. So, I've got this new equipment. I'm using a brand new art tablet. And it's really cool. It's got its own display. I can't tell you guys how awesome it is. Honestly, truly. It's just really awesome. It's a really cool piece of equipment. I'm not used to owning things that are like this. Maybe I am, because I bought myself some pretty nice gadgets over the last few years. My husband, he got a really cool new computer. So that's really awesome. As for me, an upgrade as far as a computer goes, but I decided to get this. This is my priority, man. We got a really nice tablet. Kinda just wanna like get the flow of just like leaves. I have to like paint the leaves. I'm like being so weird right now, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like so blah right now. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just kind of not here mentally, really. I'm just in another land. Waiting for the meds to kind of kick in a little bit more, you know? Because I took the pill kind of Dayquil, not the kind that's fast acting. That's the liquid. Liquid's like pretty fast acting. The pill takes some time to, you know, do its thing. So that's what we're waiting for. So I'm just gonna be kind of sick brain weirdo for just a second here, you know? It'll take me a moment. It's okay, I promise. I promise, it's okay. Look at all these leaves, man. I'm making leaves. Alright, so, I probably should have shown you, McQuacken. Oh, you'll BRB. Okay, never mind. I will wait for you, because I kind of just wanted to show you my progress thus far. Yeah, let's just paint some leaves, ma'am. If I can just get this to, like... Here we go. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Rainy. Come on, paint those leaves. I don't know why I feel like I'm just not making progress here. I don't know what's going on. I just can't. It's like it's not actually painting the leaves. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. There she is! Yay! She's back! So I kind of wanted to show you progress thus far. My green screen's not really backlit very well, so I've got this kind of nice little fuzzy square behind me, which is pretty cool. Alright, let me show you. Hold up. This is my progress thus far. And we are working on painting bushes, but we did finish up all those little flying birds, the flock of birds that are just all over the place. And then I also did some more trees in the background to kind of fill that gap, fill the void. So we're kind of working on like lighting and stuff now, working on the little bushes, and then I can work on the outline of the character, which I think that I will probably do. I'll probably do that on Thursday. I'm probably gonna wrap this up probably in like 15 minutes or something so I can get some sleep. But thank you! You're so sweet! I appreciate you. We're making progress, and that's important. I thought this would be the last session, but honestly, I just want some sleep. The next session will probably actually be pretty short unless there's more that I want to do. Maybe I'll want to touch up the tunnels, like the arches, because the archways I feel like the perspective of the rocks is kind of wrong. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's all in my head. But something about it just doesn't look right to me. And maybe I can kind of make it a little bit more, like, wide, I guess? I don't know. We'll have to see. So far, so good, though. We are making progress. We've only done like a million sessions, but then again, the sessions were pretty short, so I don't know. You know? Just doing what I can, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and 100%, we're gonna keep working on the leaves, and then probably next session we'll wrap things up and see how there's that crusty white that's just surrounding him. Like, we kind of want him to overlay on the environment a lot more, like a lot better. And I'm going to kind of touch him up, and as far as lighting goes and everything like that. And I'm also going to, like, I'll probably give him some dynamic lighting. I will go along the edges and everything like that, fix that up, and then I'm also going to, well, that's pretty much it, probably. Maybe fix up some of this pathway here. The pathway looks kind of bleh, so maybe I'll fix that up. Shouldn't be too bad. Just, you know, just gotta continue on and keep doing what I'm doing and zone out while I talk and whatever, and then it'll just be done before I know it, I guess. I'm not really sure. That's what it seems like. That's what happens. That's how the process works. You just kind of talk and then it happens. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, honestly. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I've got the sicky brain. I'm still waiting for the medicine to kick in. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm just happy to be using this thing. Oh my gosh. This tablet is the coolest. I love it so much. It has its own display, and the display is really cool, and it's HD, and it's like having a second monitor that you can draw on with a stylus. So cool. I love it so much. And I had better, because I spent like $400 on this thing. I'm serious, like I spent way too much money. I had always wanted one with a display before, and I just like, I knew once I got myself one, I would never be able to go back. I just knew it, like, I was just like, but it was definitely a good place to start. With my other tablet, my USB tablet, the one that's just straight up plain, it's a really good place to start. I definitely recommend people who, like, haven't done digital art to, like, if they want to dabble in it, yay for upgrades indeed. People who want to dabble in digital art, I super recommend getting really good at a USB tablet first. And then seeing from there, because you can spend a ton of money on these. And I've been watching some of my friends and acquaintances like go, I want to do digital art. I've never done digital art before, and they spend hundreds of dollars with a display. Really nice. And they make like one little thing and never do it again. And it's like kind of disappointing. It's like, spend all that money on a really nice professional piece of equipment, and for what? Like, I think that it's just good to get used to it and just spend a little amount of money, because you can do a lot with a USB tablet. You can still do so much. I mean, I've gotten this far with just a regular USB tablet. All of the artwork that I've made for my shop, all of the stuff, USB tablet and my 3DS. Like, you don't really need much. If you get really good, if you do really well with the basic tools, then you can do that much better with the really good tools. That's totally my recommendation. It's just kind of a sad thing to see people buy really cool stuff like this and just not be able to use it because they didn't really start with the basics. It happens. Unfortunately. And for someone like me, it's like painful to watch because it's like all these years I used like the most basic. I used I think for like 12 years or something. Like, no, it wasn't. It was like 11 years. Yeah, it was like 11 years that I used my last USB tablet. Actually, the first one I got was a hand-me-down. It was a really small one, like the most basic Wacom bamboo. It was a hand-me-down from a friend who had gotten an upgrade, and he gave that to me, which was very nice of him. And that was my first taste of digital art, and I just loved it. And then I got a nicer USB tablet that had a larger surface area, better pen pressure readings and stuff like that. And like, I had been using that thing for like, that second one, I had been using that one for like 11 years. And like, it just pained me to see, like, because I got pretty good with that, and I was able to make a lot of really cool stuff with that. But it's just pained me to see people go and splurge on a really nice piece of equipment to not take it seriously. And I'm just like, even somebody who had been like avidly, like, I guess I did take a really big, huge break from art, but just, I don't know. I just feel like people should get used to the basic tools before they really splurge on the big stuff, because it's just a bummer when you buy something so expensive and you don't use it. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, to each their own. It's what they want to do with their money, I guess, you know? It's just, I don't know. I guess it's just a super frugal person in me. Just kind of, I just feel it, you know, when I see that happen. It's just, I feel that down to my bones. I feel it. I feel it in my core. I'm just like, how could you spend all that money and not use it? Ah. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's their stuff, so whatever. I would live a lot longer if I didn't get worked up over those things, you know? Such a stupid thing to get worked up over. Alright, let's see. It's looking a little bit better. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Let me actually go. Actually, if I just grab the pan. No? Doesn't want me to pan? Scroll. Alright. So, how about 20? 20? You can see that probably a little bit better. You can see the bushes from a different type of view. It's just kind of like low down. They're not like high up bushes or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the heck I drew, really. They kind of have like a funny perspective. I almost feel like there's a lot for me to fix, but maybe from like kind of a thumbnail angle, if I just kind of zoom in, maybe to like 40%. So I kind of have like a little bit of a thumbnail view, but not exactly like fully. And then I grab the brush, larger brush. Alright. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kind of start painting in color now. Okay. I'm gonna grab some of this. I like this weird soundtrack. Kirby and the Crystal Shards is just such a good game. It's kind of a little bit more blurred that way, huh? But, I guess that's kind of the idea when you're getting a little bit further away. Go ahead and go like that. Get a little clearer view, huh? Just a little bit. And then I think if I do this, and then I kind of up the opacity here, and I can start to go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take the smudge tool and do size, large, strength, probably like 8. Oh, that's too much. Control Z. That's too much. 5, and we'll go light. Oh, that's still a lot. Why is it like that? Sample all layers, possibly? Here we go. Okay. There we are. I think this is the beta one, Colby. Let me check. I think this is the beta version of this song. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think it is. More Little Root, though. I like Little Root. Yeah, this isn't the beta version. I checked. The beta version's weird because it sounds like the loudest part starts first, so it doesn't start quiet. It just kind of jumps right in, and then it kind of sounds like, I don't really know the terminology, like but like the composition is kind of like different and shuffled around. It's just so weird. It's almost the same, but it's not, it's just not quite the same. Oops. Man, Kirby music is just the best. Alright, opacity, we're gonna lower that a bit. Whoa! Oh, that always scares me. I don't know why it does that. So like I have a sleep timer on my daughter's room light. So it goes off have it scheduled like literally now. It's like 1:30. She shouldn't have her light on, but it's like her night light. Like it's kind of like a rainbow light, and it's pretty dimly lit. But it just helps her get to sleep. Now when she's asleep, I figure, you know, I'll save power, and then it'll maybe help her kind of stay down. So I turn it off at 1:30. It's scheduled. And 1:30 also means that we should be wrapping this up, actually. So we're kind of reaching that point tonight where we should probably just be wrapping things up. So we did actually get quite a bit done. Pretty much all the stuff that I wanted to get done tonight, besides everything around the Kanku Jingle keys. Yeah, so we pretty much did, like, we finished all the bird silhouettes. That was nice. That went over pretty well. Finished up, like, all of those little trees in the background. Kind of added a little bit of a haze coming through to just kind of mess with the lighting there. Next up is just to make sure he interacts with the environment in a more believable way, because right now he just looks like he's pasted there with some crusty white outline, and that to me doesn't look that good. Maybe at first glance it's not that easy to see, but it's definitely there, and it will eat away at me as long as I know that it's there. So, yeah, so I'm going to work on that next time. But we're so much closer each and every session. It's really exciting. Thank you so much. I hope you have a super good rest of your night, McQuacken. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you feel better. We'll both get better together. I hope that you start to feel better too, though. I mean, I'm sorry you're not feeling too good tonight. Get some rest. I will be getting some rest as well, and I hope everybody else here has a super good night as well. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad that you're liking it. I'm gonna make sure that you really like it, and we're gonna get you like a poster of this or something, you know, because it's just gonna be so cool to commemorate the great Kanku. I'm being stupid right now. I'll shut up. But anyways, yes, I will get some sleep. I have my meds in me. I will finally go lay down and sleep like a normal person. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a super good night.